Greetings, my movie girls. Welcome to our Halloween countdown, 31 films in 31 days. Tonight we're reviewing The Omen 3, the final
Conflict.
chapter. Oh, Conflict. I nearly got it right.
You perfect. I should just quit. I'll just let you take the mantle of Ultimate Movie Geek.
Go on.
What am I doing? Omen 3 is the third film in the Omen Trilogy. No, hang on, I'm going to say Trinity. Because it's good. It stars Sam Neill and other actors who I can't really remember off the top of my head.
The guy out of the bill is in it, and Ruby Wax.
Ruby Wax in it, yeah.
That just flashed. Is that your battery?
Well, no, it's in the reflection, isn't it?
Ah, it flashed.
What? Flashed?
The thing flashed.
This is really... Let's just carry on, shall we?
So the guy out of the bill is in it, and Ruby Wax has... it's not even a cameo because she wasn't famous, but it's probably like her first film.
Yeah, early 80s, isn't it? So, yeah, so it's following Damien Thorn as he is coming to the end of his 7-year reign, isn't it? Because he knows that he's the Antichrist. People around him know he's the Antichrist, and there's a hell of a lot of people who...
There's a lot of followers.
He's got a lot of followers.
And he's made his way through. He took over his dad's business. And
no, his uncle's business for the second film.
His uncle's business, yes, sorry. It's been a year.
Yeah.
He takes over. He's appointed by the president.
Yeah, he wants to get the same role as his father, as the British
and he gets
ambassador.
that, and then he gets like a youth president something.
The UN Youth Council.
Yeah.
Obviously,
which gives him access to lots of vulnerable, sort of
open minds,
impressionable young people.
Yeah. So he's spreading his talons, isn't he? His wings, to try and get more followers, because he knows that the second coming is about to happen. Yeah, he's nigh. Yeah. At the beginning, we see there is some digging happening in Chicago, and the knives that have been in every film
7 knives,
have just been found. So there's this guy who's working, he finds them, he finds all 7, and then he sells them, and they end up back at the original church, monastery, in Italy, where Gregory Peck got them from. Was it Gregory Peck? It was, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was Gregory Peck in the first one.
So they're back in the game now. So there's 7 priests who give their lives to try and take out Damien Thorn, because they know that he is the Antichrist.
Yeah, and they know that he'll try and get rid of the second coming, the Messiah.
So the Messiah! Sorry.
Not the Messiah. Not
boy.
Yeah. And it basically is the film following like these priests that are trying ridiculously at some point. It's a bit like Basil Fawlty.
It is. It's almost like
they're trying to kill him, and then it's like, how's this one going to die, do you reckon? Because it was just...
But I think that's what makes it fail a little bit, is because they're trying to top all those deaths that happened randomly in the first 2 films. So you've got the first one where it seems like everyone's being taken out by random acts, and then you've got the second one where there's some followers of Damien who are starting to change things. But then this one, it just seems like everything that happens only happens when Damien knows he's going to be attacked.
Yeah, I find it quite a weak film, quite
Yeah.
quite a stretch in parts. He could have just killed people and done whatever he want. And
yeah.
I just, yeah, he kind of chose when and when not to.
I suppose it's more of a...
Didn't make sense.
It's more of a character film about him and how he is actually more human than you think.
I do remember it though, because I think it properly disturbed me. I shouldn't have watched these films when I was a kid, because it properly disturbed me, a bit like the second one. And there was like bits in it, and I thought, oh yeah, I remember, because I remember Sam and Neill being really creepy, and I don't like that sort of music.
And the kid who gazes into his eyes.
The kid who, he ends up having an affair with like a woman. I think she meant to be from the BBC, but they call it British television. And she talks very like that,
well,
like all British people talk.
Yeah, we don't talk like that.
On the TV. She was really weird and couldn't act. I can't, obviously, comment on that after what I just did. But her kid is really weird, so straight away you think, well, he's proper, he's loving Damien, isn't he?
He is.
But then the babies are born on this day that the Messiah, there's 3 stars, a trinity of stars that are colliding, although I'm not sure how stars were collided.
Well, they weren't colliding, they were aligning.
Ah, okay.
So they were all moving and they're aligning. That's what the light was.
Ah, see, I totally got that wrong.
Well, that's what they say.
That's why I was like, that really doesn't make any sense.
That's what they say. Where, like someone says, and there's going to be an explosion. He said, no, they're not colliding. They're just
obviously
aligning. And when they align, a beam of light transports.
So this is when the return of Jesus. Okay, what?
It's not Jesus, is it?
Jesus Christ.
Is it Jesus?
Yeah.
Oh, I don't know.
Jesus Christ, our Lord and Saviour. So this, weirdly, bizarrely, Damien's own personal assistant, who's like really old.
He's really old, yeah.
Like, not really old, but pretty old.
He probably isn't.
To be having his first kid, and like.
But he's probably not. He's just probably 80s aged.
Anyway, his wife goes into labour and has a baby on the same day.
No, 10 minutes before.
But he lied to him because he was born on the 24th.
Oh, he was born?
Oh. Yeah, so he'd lied to him about when his son was born, because he said they basically killed any baby that was born.
Between 12 and 6.
Well, any boy. They didn't go for girls because obviously, you know.
Because it's Jesus, he's a boy.
Jesus and God couldn't be
is
a
a
girl.
boy. You should know this.
Of course. But and I do remember it because I remember being disturbed as a child, and it disturbed me all the more now that I'm a parent myself. They don't show you how babies die, but basically kill a load of babies off.
They show you one.
No, they just show you a pram.
Yeah, but you see the baby come out.
I didn't see that.
Well, you see the doll come out, and you see the burnt baby in the crib.
Yeah. Which, when really she cleans her husband with an iron at the end, doesn't she?
Yeah, but what I don't get...
like, she just goes like that with an iron, but then his entire
the point goes into his eye.
Yeah, and like his glasses are cracked, and his like, entire face is as if a bit of molten lava's been on it for about 10 minutes, so it's a bit... I mean, I don't know where she gets her iron from, but they don't sell them in curries.
They don't do them anymore. They're not safe, are they?
They don't sell them in curries, I'll tell you. But yeah, it is a bit slapstick for me. It's a classic.
I suppose it is. It's the end of... It's that era of film making, I suppose.
Yeah.
But it does try to tell a story, and I think it's more... Like I say, it's more
exploring.
character.
Yeah,
because Damien goes kind of mad because he knows that there's this imminent threat coming.
Nazarene.
The Nazarene, yeah. And he has to destroy it, because if he doesn't destroy it,
he knows that's the end of him. They can't. He was saying, we can't coexist. Don't know why. But what turns out, when you read the scripture thing that they read at the end, it was never a baby. No. So they killed all these babies.
He misinterpreted it.
Yeah, and it's actually whatever it was.
He comes as the King of Kings.
Came as an adult.
A massive, giant, glowing guy.
But
it's the Monty Python god, isn't it?
It is. It's just very like, you go, really? Really? So there's all that shit, sorry for swearing, there was all that shit going on, and they were getting the knives and all these slapstick deaths of the priests, and then she went up behind him and stabbed him in the back.
Well, that's what I didn't get.
And that's what killed him.
Yeah, so...
Once.
Right, the whole point of the knives in the first film was you have to stab him in the shape of a cross, and the final one goes through his heart, right? To kill that. In this one, it's just one jab in the back, right?
She's jabbed in it.
But if the second coming of Christ. No, if Jesus is already there, why doesn't he just fight him? Because he appears at the end after Damien's been stabbed. Was he just waiting for, you know?
He's like, see if she can sort that out, and if
she
not,
can do it.
I'll step in.
Because it's like, if Jesus is the one who destroys Damien at the end, what was the point in everyone trying to get these knives?
It wasn't, and I suppose it was just trying to say good would have won anyway. I don't know.
But then
it was a bit lost on me.
I'll
be honest.
I do like the end because they do have another bit scroll, bit of writing at the end where it says that when he returns there won't be any sorrow and all that, and you can see the two people because the old guy's still alive, isn't he? And the woman's kid has just been killed.
The weird kid.
And they're not mourning because everything's been taken away. And I like that because they just walk away with the body.
I didn't get that.
Yeah, because she's not crying, she's praying because she's just seen Christ.
Right.
But other than that,
it's a bit lost on me, I have to say. It was...
it's not the best one.
No.
I'd say the first one.
Yeah, it's quite a strange little film. Quite disturbing. But really shame. Really.
Should we talk about some of the priest deaths?
Yeah, come on then. One, it's like they're on a Blue Peter set at the British television.
Oh yeah, what a knob!
And he's just in like the riggings, and then all of a sudden he falls, but obviously the stuntman falls with the chain around his ankle.
Yeah.
So he's swinging across in the flames.
He goes into some plastic. The plastic sets on fire and melts onto him, and then he's just swinging from side to side. Here's one I made earlier.
Yeah, and they like close him off with the extinguisher, so he wouldn't have
But you don't get him down.
burn.
You just let him swing.
But then it shows you, and again, it's like as if he'd been held over Mount Etna for an hour.
Yes.
It's like, what the hell?
So yeah, there's that. It's like it is a pratfall because the guy sees him and says, "Damien!" and he goes, "Whoa!"
Yeah. Oh my gosh.
So that's one.
And that's when Damien rumbles it, because he sees the knife, and then he's like, oh right, they're all up to
There's 7, no, that's not David.
But then they can't really, that was. And then two of them go to a castle, being led by the other one, who entices Damien, and like lets him follow him. He's sat outside for like a day.
And he's like, no, he's about 10 metres behind, come on. But then Damien lets the dog out of the car. And the dog seems to have more powers than him.
Yeah, but I don't really know what the dog does.
It's a devil dog, isn't it? It's a hellhound.
And then when he gets near it, he takes on the form of Damien.
Yeah.
And they stab him to death
with
the knives. But it is, and again, they didn't do the thing, they were just going for it.
They were just stabbing. They weren't doing the cross.
And when they pulled the thing off, it was the other priest. But
then
they
drop the weapons, and then somehow Damien can control lightning at this point.
Yeah.
And they get chased down into like an oubliette. It gets covered up.
It's not
and
an oubliette, but yeah.
Is it not an oubliette?
No.
Is it just like a
It's
well?
just like a grate thing, and then they can't get out, and then...
So they die. They're probably still alive.
Yeah. And I really can't remember the rest of them. They were just...
Well, that was 4 of them. 4 of them dead.
Oh, the guy who falls over the bridge on the fox hunt.
No, there's 2 of them, yeah.
Was quite tasteless.
So he knows that, the fox that shows the age of the film, doesn't it?
Yeah.
So the upper class are going fox hunting. It's a good trick, separating him.
He blobs off the side, doesn't he?
Yeah.
And then the other one gets attacked by other dogs.
But you're going against
what happened to the 6th
the Antichrist. Hang on. We're on 4, 5 and 6, and then 7's the old guy. He's on a horse. And Damien, he knows he's the devil's son. So he doesn't get off his horse. He just stays on his horse and thinks, oh, what's going on? And then falls off the side. And then the other guy...
Maybe he wanted to take it that all the time.
Oh, bloody stupid. And then the other guy, he can see Damien stood in the middle of the bridge, surrounded by a load of dogs. And he doesn't think that, hang on, I've just seen him control the horse to throw him over.
And then he goes, oh yeah, these dogs are going to kill me.
Yeah, and then he runs, but before he gets to the car, he does make it to the car, but then he turns around to look to make sure they're still coming.
As you would.
As you would.
Yeah, it's not the best. If you haven't seen him, give him a watch, because it's nice to see you've seen
David
him.
Warner losing his head with the
That's in the first
That's
one.
in the
isn't
first.
it? Yeah,
The
that's
pane of
probably-
glass, isn't
yeah,
it? Something.
Yeah.
Or was it the swinging sign? What was that? Oh, I can't remember.
Oh, it's a glass when they're in
Yeah.
like Israel or wherever it's meant to
Yeah.
be, Palestine or whatever.
Palestine.
Yeah. I'm only going to give it a 2, I'm afraid. Even for the cult classic, it just was. It was just a letdown.
What do you think of Sam Neill's dark?
I think he suits dark hair better than he's naturally quite fair.
If you look at it, it's very, very Trumpish. That's what I thought.
I think it's probably more meant to be more Hitlerish.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh well.
So yeah, 2 for me, I'm afraid. It didn't float my boat.
Do you know what? I'm probably going to agree with you and say 2. I enjoyed parts of it, but it wasn't.
It just felt
No, I'm going to give it a 3.
It felt like the end wasn't very well. It felt like a Stephen King novel. Like the end wasn't very well thought through, and if he just kind of went "Ugh," and finished it.
3 what? What did we go for? Ghouls, wasn't it? Ghouls.
For girls in the end.
3 ghouls.
2 ghouls for me.
Yeah. So, what are we doing tomorrow? 3rd day. We're already 3 days in.
What are we watching?
Insidious 3. I thought you remembered.
Oh no. Well, you did say it was a Conjuring 3 before I had to tell you there wasn't.
There is another one coming out.
Yeah, they've not made it yet.
I know. I get them mixed
So
up.
Insidious 3.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Insidious 3. I can't remember that one.
It's a boring one, I think, but we'll find out tomorrow, won't we?
So did you enjoy doing the introduction? It's the first time. It's taken you two years and a day to do the introduction.
Yeah.
You did it so much better than me.
Do all this stuff for you, really.
Oh, you're sweet,
I'm alright. Anyway.
Thanks for watching, and we will see you tomorrow night.